Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. Today I thought I'd do a review of carry-on luggage, specifically the Rimowa Essential Cabin size small luggage. So just for a little bit of context, the reason why I'm looking for new luggage is because I went on a 3-week international trip over the Christmas holidays last year, and I quickly realized on that trip that I definitely need new luggage because my carry-on in particular has been with me for at least 10 years and it was definitely failing. It was definitely time for it to retire. So I decided to go research and try to buy an investment piece of luggage. So what are the things that I'm looking for in the luggage, specifically for my ideal carry-on? Number one, it has to fit the domestic and international standards or guidelines for carry-on luggage, which is in general about 22 inches in height by 14 inches in width by 9 inches in depth. Second is I want something that is a hard-sided spinner just for a change of pace. The suitcase that I've been carrying around for the past 10 years has been just a regular fabric 2-wheeled suitcase, and I'm kind of over that. I'm tired of having to lug that around. So I want a spinner, which is just, I find more maneuverable for me. Third is I want it to look nice, of course, like aesthetically pleasing to my eye. And I'm also very particular because I actually don't like suitcases that have a lot of, those external organization pockets, mainly because I don't use them, and I tend to, if I put something in there, I tend to forget they're in there, and sometimes that doesn't go so well. So some of the things that I really loved about the Rimowas are, number one, the rolling wheels. These were amazing. Of all of the brands that I've tried, Away, Tumi, Calpac, Briggs & Riley, those kinds of brands, I found that the wheels of the Rimowa were by far the best, most stable, and most tough that I'd seen. I did a rolling test where I rolled the luggage, which I had packed with 20 pounds worth of stuff. I rolled it over my driveway, which has a lot of very sharp, uneven ground. It felt effortless carrying that thing around, and it was so tough. I was very, very impressed with the way that it handled that kind of terrain. And needless to say, when I tried it on, on just smooth hardwood floors, carpets, it glided beautifully. I really don't think that you could get any better in terms of the wheels. So I really, really loved that about them. In fact, I was kind of dancing around the house with the wheels and just spinning them around because, even packed full, they were really something else. The next thing I really loved about the Rimowa was the handle. So I'm only 5 feet tall, and honestly, Rimowa has been one of the best that I've seen in terms of being able to adjust the handle height. Most handles for suitcases for me are just maybe about 3 inches too high, just because I'm shorter than the average person. It doesn't feel as good for me ergonomically pushing a spinner, just because my hands are a little bit higher than what I would naturally like it to be. However, I was really impressed because Rimowa has such a good range of motion, and that's one of their biggest selling features. They call it something like infinitely telescoping handles, because you can literally adjust it in, I think, increments of 1 inch, whereas other brands usually give you only an option of 1 or 2 heights, and we're not all just 1 or 2 heights. And that being said too, my husband, who is 6'2", commented that he actually liked how high up the handles went, because for him a lot of luggage handles don't come up high enough. So I found that that was a really good selling feature. And just the handle in general, the build quality, this is where I really I was like, okay, yeah, people are right about the build quality of this Rimowa, because it was very sturdy. I was lugging it around, trying to just put it through its paces, move fast, turn quickly. So overall, I found that the build quality of the Rimowa handles were really, really impressive, and another feature that I loved a lot. Speaking about the interior, so the interior of the Rimowa, they have 2 identical sides where basically they have a compression pack. You pack your stuff in, and then you just adjust it with the Velcro straps to compress it down to make sure that nothing shifts around. They also have a small pouch here where I guess you can put like jewelry or cords, small items that you lose. The compression pack panels also have zippered compartments in them, again for small stuff that you don't want rolling around in the suitcase. The exterior and the zippers and locks of the Rimowa were also nice. I definitely like the design in general of the Rimowa suitcase, just the Rimowa aesthetics. I will say though that when I was doing my driveway test, just in the course of doing the testing, I actually noticed that I had nicked one of the wheel wells here. As you can see, it already got scratched up, but again, this is polycarbonate suitcase. I mean, the suitcases are going to get banged up. I'm really not looking for something that I have to baby or that is precious. If it gets banged around or falls out, that's just the life of a suitcase. So what are the things that I didn't like about the Rimowa luggage? Well, number one, and it's the biggest thing for me, is that I realized after I ordered it that it actually doesn't meet the international standards, because the width of the suitcase is 15.8 inches versus the generally accepted 14. And I know that there's a lot of suitcases that don't really fit that, you can kind of get away with it. But to me, that was the biggest drawback, because I'm spending over $500 for this piece of luggage and it's not 100% compliant with the carry-on sizes. I would definitely worry that I would be asked to gate check it if and when that time comes that airlines get more strict with the luggage sizes. Honestly, I think that was the only negative I could say about the Rimowa, because other than that, I really loved, again, the wheels were amazing. I could dance all night with those wheels. I really liked the telescoping, the infinitely adjustable telescoping handle, and the handle grip itself felt really nice in the hand, and just overall the build quality of the suitcase. But for the price, the fact that it's not compliant with the carry-on standard guidelines, I just couldn't bring myself to keep it for that amount of money. So that is it. That is my review of the Rimowa Essential Cabin size small carry-on luggage. I hope you guys found that helpful. If you have any questions, please just write them down in the comments below and I'll make sure to try and answer them. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.